Good day. My name's Pete Kane. I'm a certified high performance coach and podcaster. I've done about 400 podcasts since my stroke over 3 years ago. I've learned a lot, and I want to bring to you a message of personal development, personal growth through the most chaotic times you have ever seen, and realizing that the world is going to be flipped upside down very soon, like now. And for those that act, you'll be ahead of it. For those that don't, will be wondering what happens. What camp do you want to be in? I'm going to give you some reasons to move forward, give you some reasons to shift your thinking into growing personally, and your business can grow too, because trust drives business. Trust drives business. People buy from people. They don't buy from companies. Social media has elevated that and focused on that over the last 10 or so years. I started out in social media, so I remember those initial conversations. But what I'm going to give you at the end of this or during it is a chance for transformation, a chance to be in front of the most major change of our lifetime. No matter how old you are or how young you are, this is the most massive change. And you can see chaos. Just look at what's happening in LA. Look at what's happening in the world. And it's because massive change is coming. And people resist change. People fight it. And if you learn to embrace it, learn to accept change, you'll be a lot better off. So here, people buy from people. You can look at these examples, whether you're Shaq, whether you're Kylie Jenner, Michael Jordan, Ryan Reynolds, or Oprah Winfrey. People buy from people. They all have multiple companies. You don't know their companies, but you know the person. Even with Nike, I want to be like Mike. They know how to connect with people. And it's all stories. That's why we've told so many stories. So let me go to the second slide. This is the focus of that 12-week transformation, because you have to position yourself as a key person of influence. You have to know what 7-11-4 means and what the 5 Ps will do for you and your business. 7 is know, like, and trust online. People meet you, they talk with you, and the next thing they're going to do, if they're interested in what you said, they're going to search you. And if they search you and they don't find anything, the journey's over. So if you know and understand 7-11-4 and what it means to you and your business, you'll continue the journey with your ideal client, your ideal prospect, your ideal person, because people have to go through a journey with you. They have to consume you. They have to get to know you. They have to raise their hand and say, I'm interested in knowing more. You can't throw up on people because they're not interested in you unless you have something they want. So when you look at 7, it means 7 hours online. 11 means buying signals. So a buying signal can be a book, like Daniel Priestley's book, Key Person of Influence. If you haven't read it, get it, because it'll help simplify your journey. Because we have a window of opportunity this year. After this, you're never going to be able to catch up. Yeah, you can start on that journey, but now's the time. And you got to recognize it by understanding 7-11-4. 11 buying signal is Google's 0 moment of truth. I think it's 10.6. People have to raise their hand and say, I'm interested. Tell me more. I want to buy your book. I want to listen to your podcast. I want to attend a workshop. I want to attend a webinar. I want to see a post on LinkedIn. 4 different platforms, they have to see you and make 11 buying signals. I'm interested in knowing more. That's a buying signal. I bought all 5 of his books, all 5. I've listened to thousands of hours, thousands, but I know him. I know his philosophy, his strategy, because he's built, I think, 8 or 9 businesses from scratch, so he knows how to build. And if you can't be good at the pitch, and your pitch is for us, generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. Now, if I say that to somebody, what is it, 5 seconds, and they don't say anything, that's it. I don't say anything more. They're not interested. But if they say, how do you generate cash flow? I will say something else. I always like ping pong. I always like to ask questions and receive the answers, because your answer depends on my next question. And that's a meaningful conversation. But a lot of times we throw up on people, tell them all about us, and they're not interested. And so they're rolling their eyes in their mind because you've just thrown up like spam. If you don't give somebody permission to communicate with you, you don't spam them. So this is verbal spamming if you're not getting interest from the person. Tell me more about this. Why do you do this? Then I always go back and forth because I want to have a meaningful conversation. So the pitch, the digital profile can be a book, it can be your podcast, it can be information that people get to know you. It doesn't change. Know, like, and trust. People do business with the people they know, like, and trust. However, the world changed. Now it's global. My friends at networking events that are so focused on the local, they're missing the global opportunity. My friends at BNI, they're so focused on local, they're missing global. The time they put, hours and hours each week, just focused on local. And they're missing the global opportunity because the world changed. There's abundance now. There's not scarcity. One classification per networking group. That's the old way. And if you're still thinking old way, you're missing the future. So, product, digital product, presentation. You got to make a presentation. People have to be understanding what you're providing. And if you're not doing the same thing over and over again, and you're constantly chasing a new thing, you're confusing your market. The last is partnership, collaboration, partnerships. I don't go out when I go looking for an individual client. I look for partnerships. People are aligned with me and want to go on a journey with me, and we both help each other. And your market is aligned with my market. That's what I look for now. So this 7-Eleven will change your life if you allow it to. Now, next one, as I said, our 3 pillars are this. Get this off here. There we go. Generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. We build thriving communities through this, a magazine and Substack. Substack's our online magazine, and we have a physical one available on Amazon. 20 at a time. That's what I'm going to offer you to coach you through a transformation through 12 individual weeks of a framework. It's not my framework. It's a gentleman by the name of Brendon Burchard. And if you don't know about him, you've been under a rock, or you have no interest in personal development. And if that's the case, this isn't for you. You have to want to grow. You have to want to grow personally and your business. The 12 weeks are right in front of you. We start off with vocal points. We're getting that foundation. Then we get clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. Then we go into the mastery of psychology, physiology, productivity mastery, because you only have 24 hours. And how you spend your 24 hours, if you jump into your day by checking emails or going to hour meetings when you could do it in less, you're wasting time. Everybody has to work on 24 hours. Nobody gets more, but how you use it will determine your future. And then purpose mastery. If you don't have a meaningful purpose in your life, you're going to drift. You're going to be what we say stuck on the busy bus when you got to be on the purpose plane. In the last 12th week, the mindset. The mindset is so critical for you to understand the mindset of personal development, the mindset of being a high performance. Because if you haven't read High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard, get it. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to put this up on here. You can try this for 7 days. Go to petekane.me/growth day. It changed my life almost 2 years ago. I haven't missed a daily fire in 2 years. Not one. 5 to thrive, as we call it. I have him speaking to me. I have another coach speaking to me. I answer 2 provoking questions, and then I score myself. Those 5 give me the rocket fuel for the day, and it can for you. Try it for 7 days. See if it doesn't make an impact. And then send us a support ticket at support@petekane.me, and I'll send you my first course, Mindset, Goals, and Habits. Mindset, Goals, and Habits. You get that course, a $97 course. You get it for free just for trying it. Okay? So the important thing for you to remember is you are in the most chaotic time of our lifetime. And if you don't activate a new strategy, you could be like Blockbuster, out of business because they didn't see streaming coming, because they kept opening up stores, and then it changed like that. And that's what's going to happen now. So we podcast on purpose. My 3 things, I podcast on purpose, and I'll tell you why. And we create online courses, and we have high performance coaching for our community. And when I started doing podcasting, I didn't know what I was doing. I was fumbling through, being uncomfortable, making mistakes, learning. But 400, I got better than I was when I did the first one, that's for sure. But the way we do podcasting, because a lot of people say, why do you do a free podcast? Let me get this up. We do it for 3 reasons, and I'm going to put this up on the screen. I want to build our community, thriving community. I want to get to know you through your story, and I spend 30 minutes with you, and we're going to create a digital asset. And that's the global. And the ones that want to put it on steroids, like get a thumbnail, show notes, put it on Spotify, and create 2 mini videos for you, they can do it by investing $47 in their first online strategy. Because if you're not thinking online, you're not thinking digitally, you're going to wake up one day and the world changed and you're sitting there wondering what happened. So the ones who want to invest in themselves, invest in their business, this is the first step to take. And then you have an asset online. And when somebody searches your name, your podcast comes up. When somebody's searching on Spotify, your podcast comes up. So that allows us to be able to offer to you a way to grow your business by watching your cash flow. Cash flow is everything. If you can't get customers and get things going, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. So when somebody says you want to launch a business, you better have paying customers. 3 is ideal. And if people are willing to pay you for what you have a business. If they're not the right person, or you don't have a business yet. So you have a hobby. And hobbies won't give you freedom. They won't give you time freedom. They'll give you personal freedom to pursue, because we're born to create. We're born to create, not consume. The average person watches 4 hours of TV and scrolls up to 3 hours of social media. I mean, look at the people who spend hours and hours and hours on TikTok, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. What does that do? It affects this because we have 12 to 60,000 thoughts that go through our brain every day. And if you're replaying the past, if you're repaying and you're not rewiring yourself for the future self that's possible, not your past, you can't drive a car looking in the rearview mirror. You have to look ahead. And so looking ahead helps that you got to invest in yourself. The magic is in you and anything's possible. However, you got to activate it. If you sit around, scroll, look at TV, check your emails the first thing in the morning, check other people's priorities, then start reacting all day long, you'll be one frustrated person. And scrolling creates judgment. Look at the world we're in. It's like there's no grace. There's no understanding a person. It's like I get so programmed by liking, commenting, sharing every day. If you're doing it the 2 hours, 3 hours, you're making well over 1,000 judgments every day. I haven't been on social media more than a minute or two. I don't watch TV. I don't take sugar. I've cut out alcohol because I realize my brain needs to repair itself, not destroy it. And I realized that alcohol goes right to the brain and I didn't need that. So I cut it out. So I cut out things to get this thing right. Now, do you have to do that? No, you don't. That's your decision. Everybody has a decision to make. What I'm telling you and sharing with you today, not the right. Hold on here. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's different ways to start. But I think, yes, I thought it was something else. So what you're going to get is clarity in your life. Clarity is one of the best skills to have. If you're not clear about your direction, where you're going, you certainly won't have any energy because your energy, you generate energy. You generate energy. It doesn't magically fall out of the sky. So that's taught in the third. Then courage, speaking up, acting boldly, turn fear into growth. Then increasing your productivity. I've focused on that because if I can be more productive each day, I can have more freedom. And if you saw the way I think, I journal, I plan, and I implement. I think, I journal, I plan, and I implement every single day. I mean, yeah, it's a little excessive, but that's the gift of OCD. When you're focused, and I am focused, it didn't happen overnight. I kept working on it. I did drugs, legal, but drugs to get that. I don't do them anymore. Over 2 years, I haven't had Adderall. 2 years. I'm more focused than I ever was in my entire life. And I had to discover the skill of focus. So the last thing is your influence. Developing influence, building trust, understanding others' needs, and being bold. That's how you gain influence. It's a skill, and that skill can be developed. That's why we take you through 12 weeks. So if you're interested, the first 2 groups, it's my gift to you. After that, I don't know where it'll go. But the first 2 groups, which is 40 people, 20, we're going to meet on a Tuesday morning, early, 7 o'clock, and then a Wednesday, 9 o'clock. So those 2 groups, if you want to join and you've been on my podcast, I have to know you. If I don't know you, can't join. I have to know you. So if you've been on my podcast and we still talk, then you can. So go to that. You can connect with us at pkane.me/connect. And the last thing, we have a wonderful program for our youth because the future is our youth. We have to pour into our youth so they can join it anytime. Anytime they get our digital course first, then we put them in the groups of 20 with adults, with people that can help them and they can help our adults. Both have to help each other. In it together. There's no such thing as I'm a solo person. I did it all by myself. That's a bunch of crap. Okay. It's all about team. And together with our youth, we're better. So if you know a youth and you want to give them our program, there's one word, and we'll change it. But right now it's podcast. They get the $300 course as a gift to us from you. Then once you go through half of it and you've activated it, we'll start working on groups with you because we want to surround you with people because, whew, man, it's going to be changing so rapidly, so quick, so chaotic. We want you to have a team behind you. We want you to have the framework of high performance habits. We want you because you're the future and it's bright with you, but you got to activate it. You have to be wanting to change, grow personally, be around people in a mastermind setting. 12 weeks of us pouring, you're learning, you're helping people, they're helping you, and together you're better. So, okay, that's it. Dang. Okay, now's the time. Take action. Go to pkane.me/magazine. You can see our magazine on there. That's our group of 20. There's about 33 on there, I think, right now. That's just a prototype. It's available on Amazon. We do Substack with my friend Jim Fuse, who's helping us on Substack, helping us understand that community. That's a global community because of the way it's set up. Allows you to build a community inside of community. So together, we're better. Hope to see you. And the last thing is, for those that want a strategy session or a podcast, go to pkane.me and you can get one. So thank you so much. I look forward to those that I haven't seen in a while. Maybe I did a podcast 3 years ago, but yeah, and we got to get reconnected because the future is bright for those that activate it. Be bold, make a difference, and have fun.